I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
We're in the right order.
Thank you for saying I can eat some cake.
Definitely.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. And it's better with ice cream on it.
Oh yeah.
Engineer Gutierrez stepped up. He led up the ladder. He led into the room. He had hands-on victims, removing victims both out window and down the staircase. These are things most firemen don't do. I have 25 years in the fire service. I have never pulled a wounded person out of a fire. I've escorted people who were walking, but I've never had to carry a person out of a fire in 25 years. These gentlemen next to me carried out 4 people, 4 citizens who, by their hands, survived this event. Engineer Gutierrez is recommending the Medal of Heroism.
Engineer Gutierrez, I present you with this citation and this medal for heroism. Thank you very much.
Knock out Josh. We have our youngest. Little babies who show up who don't know what they're doing, who follow us around. And even though they're more fit than us, you still got to keep them on a leash because you never know what they're going to do. Josh has had the opportunity to work with amazing people. The benefit of traveling around the city and doing your ride-outs is that you work with different people. Some of those times you learn. Some of those times you learn, I'm not going to do it that way. Josh had a very expressive event at Engine 24. He did things he may not do for the next 25 years in his career, but he excelled and he was the workhorse. You all don't understand what it means to go into a fire and breathe that air and work as hard as you possibly can on compressed air and then come out of that fire. That's a challenge. They did that and then they turned around and went right back in and brought out another person. That perseverance, that ability to succeed, this man has, and he's a brother.
Josh, thank you very much. We are, as a chapter, honored to present you with this citation and this medal. Thank you.
Trevor was driving that day. He was a private. He was preparing to be engineer. Were you already promoted? No, you weren't. Not in this story. My story. So he was a newly promoted engineer, and they were training him. They were getting him in position to where he could go to EMS, although he managed not to avoid that one. We work out of class. We work in different situations. We can't fight the fire if we don't get to the fire. My engineer saves me more times than not. My engineer is the one who brings me the equipment so that I can finish my job and I can do what's necessary. This man carried the ladder to the window and threw the ladder against the window so that these guys could get upstairs. As they brought out patients, he put hands on and he treated the patients as they came out and took them to the hospital. Thank you, Trevor. And that's our life-saving award.
Trevor, we are definitely honored to present you with this life-saving medal. Thank you for all you do.
Chief, would you like to address the actions?
Hi, my name is Brian McHenry. I'm a member of the SAR. It was a good day. I hadn't seen my cousin Sherry in about 40 years. And I just happened to run into her today, so everybody say hello to Sherry and Bill.
The membership can be seated, thank you.
I was there that night and I nominated the people for the award. I'm the one that gave the order to go up the ladder. But I want y'all to understand how that order was given. Lieutenant Clark came to me. Trevor had already set the ladder up. Lieutenant Clark said, I think we can go through that window and rescue these people. I genuinely believed that might kill the crew because I've seen things explode before, but there were no other options at this point. They were trapped and the only way to get to them was to go through that window. When they rescued the little girl almost immediately, I believe it was Josh, he's a little better shape than the rest of us. He got the little girl within a matter of seconds. It took a few minutes to get the others down the stairs. I didn't know they were going down the stairs. And I genuinely believed the crew might be dead at that time. So when I saw them come out the door, I was genuinely relieved. A few minutes later, a police officer came up to me and told me there's another person trapped in there. And the grandfather confirmed there was another person. So I was looking, we were out of people to go in to get them. And my driver came and told me Clark already went in to get them. But I saw them all huffing and puffing prior to that. So when I looked, I didn't see them. And I thought, well, for sure they're not gonna come out this time. I was taking steps to try to rescue the crew at this time. And when I looked up, this is what I saw. So I'm really glad everybody took the time to honor them today. They definitely deserved it. So, especially the young man Josh there. He'd been a fireman for 2 months. So, if y'all can, I'd like for y'all all to say hello to everybody. Maybe walk around and talk to everybody a little bit. But thanks for coming out today.
Thank
Thank you.
Lieutenant Brian Clark, I'm not very polished and not very good at public speaking, so I'll give the best I can. The stars are aligned on this night. I'm gonna try not to cry either.
Daddy.
The four of us don't normally work together. Roy, myself, and Trevor work at the same station, but we move around shifts a lot, and then we had Josh, who was visiting us on his rotations. So even though the three of us at 24s, we're pretty good go-getters, and Josh has proven himself on probation. He's done the same. We were excited to be working with each other. Our views were aligned. Our mission was clear, and so there was no disagreement. We didn't have to say a word to each other. We knew what needed to be done, and we did it. As soon as Trevor put the engine in park, he threw a ladder up the window. Myself, Roy, and Josh went to work. We put on our packs and went up the window, and Josh was in that window real quick. And I was shocked at how quickly we got in and found patients. And we did it under the outstanding and trusting leadership of our Chief McHenry, who is a rare breed right now in the San Antonio Fire Department, and it's a pleasure to work with him and alongside him. He's seen me at my worst, and hopefully I've proven myself to him at this point. But very fortunate to have been working with these guys that night. And very famous quote from Chris Kyle, many of you know as a former Navy SEAL, was someone asked him, whose life is more important, yours or theirs? He says, theirs every time. So these guys and I, we put their lives before ours, even though we have families to come home to, because that's what we signed up to do. So I'm glad we all made it out okay. And I'm glad Josh is here with us today too. That's all I have to say, and these guys were awesome. If they ever show up and you guys see them out working, know that you're in good hands.
We're gonna take a brief 5-10 minute intermission, allow you to speak to our individual recipients and allow them to get some pictures. BT, if you'll come forward.
Chief, on behalf of the San Antonio chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution, we present you with this challenge coin for all the work that you and your men and women do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
We'll be in recess.